Welcome to our show, Hong Kong Brief. I'm your host, Jenny. Today, we have some exciting news to share. First off, Asian shares are riding high after a fantastic rally on Wall Street, thanks to some impressive earnings reports. Japan's Nikkei 225 and Australia's S&P ASX 200 are both showing positive gains, while the market keeps an eye on ongoing concerns about tariffs and inflation. In other news, Blackpink's Jisoo is gearing up for her first-ever solo fan meeting tour across Asia. Following the release of her new album Amortage, fans in cities like Manila, Bangkok, and Tokyo are in for a treat. This is a huge moment for Jisoo, and we can't wait to see how she connects with her fans on this journey. Lastly, the Indian rupee is taking a hit, causing a ripple effect on local retailers who are already grappling with inflation and low demand. As import costs rise, small businesses are feeling the pressure to renegotiate contracts without passing the costs on to consumers. It's a tough time for many in the retail sector. Please stay tuned for more in-depth coverage on these stories. Associated Press reports that Asian shares saw an uptick on Thursday, buoyed by a Wall Street rally spurred by positive profit reports from major companies. Japan's Nikkei 225 rose nearly 0.2%, while Australia's S&P ASX 200 surged 1.1%. Notably, Honda Motor Company shares fluctuated amid ongoing discussions about a potential joint holding company with Nissan, while Wall Street's S&P 500 and Dow Jones Industrial Average also posted gains. Toymaker Mattel experienced a remarkable 15.3% jump in its stock price after exceeding analysts' profit expectations, driven by the popularity of its Hot Wheels brand. Conversely, Alphabet's shares fell 7.3% despite reporting stronger profits, as investors expressed concerns over slowing growth in its cloud business. South China Morning Post highlights the exciting news that Jisoo from Blackpink is set to embark on her first solo fan meeting tour across Asia following the release of her new album, Amortage, on February 14. Kicking off with a special event in Seoul, the tour titled Lights, Love, Action, will span 7 cities, including Manila, Bangkok, and Tokyo. The album marks Jisoo's return after a 2-year hiatus, and its title symbolizes a unique storytelling approach, blending love and cinematic elements. The anticipation surrounding the tour is palpable, as fans eagerly await detailed schedules and further updates from her agency. Nikkei Asia reports on the challenges facing Indian retailers due to the recent slump of the Indian rupee, which has hit an all-time low against the dollar. Small retailers, particularly in electronics and consumer goods, are grappling with inflation and declining demand. To mitigate the impact of rising input costs, many are renegotiating contracts with overseas suppliers, but the situation remains precarious. As the rupee depreciates, companies face pressure to either increase prices or reduce product volumes. The ripple effects of the currency's decline are expected to reach various sectors, including aviation and automobiles, raising concerns about long-term demand and inflation trends in India. The Sydney Morning Herald reports on the recent move by the USPS to suspend package deliveries from China and Hong Kong, only to reverse the decision shortly after. This action stemmed from President Trump's announcement of a 10% tariff on imports from China, which included a ban on duty-free shipments. The removal of the de minimis exemption has significant implications for e-commerce giants like Shein and Temu, which have thrived on low-value imports. Last year, these companies accounted for a staggering 30% of the 4 billion small parcels entering the U.S., but now face increased tariffs that could disrupt their business models. The change comes amid concerns about illicit goods entering the U.S., and as logistics companies brace for higher costs that will likely be passed on to consumers, potentially reshaping the landscape of online shopping. South China Morning Post highlights the financial prowess of the University of Hong Kong, HKU, which boasts the highest financial reserves among public universities in the city at 41.5 billion Hong Kong dollars, reflecting a 12% increase from the previous year. This financial strength is shared by other institutions, with the combined reserves of 8 universities reaching nearly 140 billion Hong Kong dollars. As the government considers budget cuts to address a significant deficit, lawmakers emphasize that these institutions should leverage their robust reserves to navigate potential funding challenges. The financial reports reveal that HKU's income has also increased due to improved investment performance and rising government subsidies, indicating a resilient financial foundation amidst looming fiscal constraints. South China Morning Post also delves into the ongoing pistachio trend sweeping through Hong Kong's bakeries, spurred by the popularity of the Can't Get Enough chocolate bar. The vibrant green nut has not only taken over social media but has also made its way into traditional Chinese pastries and street snacks. Bakeries are creatively infusing pistachios into classic foods, such as chagua and siubong, while the Hong Kong Pistachio Concern Group, with its 78,000 members, celebrates this culinary craze. The nut, known as happy fruit in Cantonese, is being incorporated into various traditional recipes, reflecting a shift in consumer preferences and a willingness to blend Western flavors with local culinary heritage. As the trend continues to grow, it showcases the adaptability of Hong Kong's food scene and the enduring appeal of innovative flavors. South China Morning Post opinion: in response to President Trump's imposition of tariffs on Chinese goods, Beijing has opted for a restrained retaliation, imposing targeted tariffs of 10 to 15% on selected U.S. products. This measured approach allows room for negotiation and demonstrates that China is prepared for the ongoing trade conflict, having learned from previous experiences. While Trump's blanket tariffs affect a staggering $450 billion in Chinese goods, China has chosen to narrowly focus on $20 billion worth of imports, showcasing its strategic thinking. The current trade war is expected to have adverse effects on global growth and inflation, and China appears ready to engage in discussions while maintaining its economic stability. South China Morning Post: Jutta Leerdam, a 26-year-old Dutch speed skater and silver medalist from the Beijing 2022 Olympics, has captured the attention of social media and the sports world alike, especially after her relationship with YouTuber Jake Paul became public. The couple's romance blossomed unexpectedly after Jake slid into her DMs, leading to a podcast invitation. Initially skeptical of Jake's personality, Jutta grew fond of his humor, and they made their relationship Instagram official in April 2023. With a significant social media following and an impressive athletic career, Leerdam stands out as a talented individual in her own right, earning accolades and recognition beyond her relationship with Paul. South China Morning Post: Pauletta Washington, the wife of acclaimed actor Denzel Washington, exemplifies resilience and dedication in their 41-year marriage, a rarity in Hollywood. Born in North Carolina, Pauletta broke racial barriers early in her life and pursued a successful career in music and acting, studying at Juilliard and performing on Broadway. The couple's love story began while filming Wilma, and their bond has only strengthened over the years through mutual respect and hard work. Pauletta has also made a name for herself as a talented cook, famously hosting Nelson Mandela for dinner. Together, they have raised 4 children, all of whom are involved in the arts, showcasing a family legacy deeply rooted in creativity and talent. South China Morning Post: the fashion world has long been captivated by the sartorial choices of first ladies, with figures like Kate Middleton, Meghan Markle, and Michelle Obama creating waves that boost fashion brands to new heights. However, Melania Trump has faced a different reality. Despite her beauty and strong personal style, she has been largely shunned by high-profile designers who refuse to dress her, primarily due to her husband's controversial political stance. This has resulted in Melania relying on European luxury brands rather than American designers, which has allowed her to cultivate a distinct aesthetic. As Trump's second term begins, there are emerging pressures for her to embrace American fashion, and the industry seems to be reconsidering its previous stance, recognizing the potential impact she could have on revitalizing American fashion. South China Morning Post, Diane Alexander, Lionel Richie's ex-wife, has a story that intertwines with the music legend's illustrious career. Their romance blossomed during the height of Richie's fame, notably after she appeared in his iconic Dancing on the Ceiling music video. The couple married in 1995 and welcomed 2 children, but their relationship was marred by drama, culminating in a highly publicized divorce that became one of Hollywood's most expensive. Alexander's request for $300,000 a month in spousal support highlighted the luxurious lifestyle she enjoyed during their marriage, and the split ultimately cost Richie nearly $20 million. Their children, Sophia and Miles, have since forged their paths in the fashion and modeling industries, furthering the family's legacy in the public eye. Nikkei Asia, the U.S. has heightened its focus on the Panama Canal amid concerns over China's influence in the region, particularly following Panama's withdrawal from the Belt and Road Initiative. President Trump has expressed worries about the potential for China to exert control over this vital waterway, especially given the management of the canal's ports by a Hong Kong-based company. This situation has been exacerbated by China's imposition of a national security law in Hong Kong, which has raised alarms in Washington about the implications for U.S. national security. As tensions between the U.S. and China escalate, Trump's administration is prioritizing the Panama Canal, with fears that a conflict in the Asia-Pacific could lead to a blockade that would severely disrupt U.S. trade. The evolving dynamics in Panama and Hong Kong reflect a broader strategic contest between the two superpowers, with the canal at the center of their geopolitical rivalry. The Toronto Star reports on the recent decision by the U.S. Postal Service to reverse a ban on inbound packages from China and Hong Kong, which had been imposed just a day earlier. The initial ban was a response to the U.S. government's new 10% tariffs on Chinese goods and the termination of a customs exemption that allowed low-value parcels to enter the country tax-free. This abrupt decision could have severely impacted popular online shopping platforms like Shein and Temu, which rely on affordable shipping to maintain their competitive edge in the U.S. market. However, the Postal Service decided to continue accepting all international mail from these regions, aiming to avoid disruptions while working with Customs and Border Protection on a new collection process for the tariffs. The Independent highlights the new, simplified process for obtaining a travel visa to China, a significant shift in the traditionally complex and expensive procedure. Travelers can now take advantage of a transit without visa option, allowing them to explore China for up to 10 days while traveling to a third country. This change comes as China reopens to international tourism following the COVID-19 pandemic. Wendy Wu Tours has also introduced an easy online application process that eliminates the need for in-person visits to consulates. The founder, Wendy Wu, emphasizes that the current atmosphere in China is particularly welcoming to foreign visitors, making it an opportune time for travel. South China Morning Post shares the somber news of the return of the ashes of Taiwanese actress Barbie Big Su to Taiwan after her untimely death from pneumonia while in Japan. Sue's family expressed gratitude for the public's support and requested privacy, opting not to hold a memorial ceremony in line with her low-key personality. The actress, who gained fame for her role in the hit drama Meteor Garden, passed away at the age of 48, leaving fans in shock. Her family urged the media and public to respect their privacy during this difficult time, reflecting the deep affection and respect the late actress garnered throughout her career. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of Six-Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the Six-Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize Six-Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, sixdobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive Six-Do Brief via email.
Turn on the TV screen, see the world unseen. China's on the news tonight, history in the spotlight. Scroll through my phone again, find out where to begin. Stories from the east to west, learning from the very best. News in China every day, learning in a fun new way. From the cities to the farms, feel the heartbeat, feel the charm. Ancient tales in modern times, mountains high and river rhymes. Culture rich in every town, golden driving never down. Every headline a new friend, from beginning to the end. Connecting hearts through every word, China's story always first. News in China every day, learning a fun new way. From the cities to the farms, feel the heartbeat, feel the charm. Every headline a new friend, from beginning to the end. Connecting hearts through every word, China's story